Hey folks, Real Honesty with Jarmithlin. I'm Jarmithlin. I ran a poll recently where people voted between 4 show topics which one they would like to see me talk about first. And obviously, as you're watching right here, as you're watching the video, it's top 10 least favorite current wrestlers. And I did the list like of top 40 least favorite wrestlers of all time, which got me some praise, it got me some hate. And I'm still laughing about it. The fact that it got me hate, people aren't just factoring in, oh yeah, it's because it's my opinion. You can't speak up and have your own opinion. But this one, it was more difficult to come up with a top 10 least favorite than I thought it would be. I ended up coming up with like pretty much half of like people I don't really care for and find boring. And then 5 that I really just can't stand at all. It shouldn't be hard to guess who number 1 is. But anyway, now without further ado, here we go. And also, favorite tag teams ever. Top 25 favorite tag teams ever. Across all companies. Favorite and least favorite WCW wrestlers will be coming up sometime down the road. And those will probably be at least in 3 or 4 parts because they're going to be top 20, top 25. So anyway, without further ado, here we go. Number 10, Mina Snuka. Look, I feel bad she lost her dad. I mean, I don't like Jimmy Snuka for what he did. And I'm sticking to that. What he got away with murder. Just my opinion, the opinion of a lot of people. So I feel for her losing her dad. But as a wrestler, she's not good. She's always injured. She isn't really that good in the ring. I mean, she can hit a decent Superfly splash, but she's not really that interesting. And she's been given chance after chance after chance. And every time she either gets injured, she just doesn't get the interest of the crowd, or something. Tamina, it's just not good. She's just not. I mean, with that kind of lineage, with her dad being the person he is, or was at least, you would think that she would have gotten pretty good in the ring, or at least decent in the ring, and she's really not. I mean, she could throw a decent super kick, and then again, almost everybody's throwing super kicks, including somebody else on this goddamn list, or 2 other guys on this list. Oops, I think I spoiled it. Oh well, I don't think it's really a surprise. But yeah, Tamina, just not. I'm just not a fan. I don't hate her. I want to make that clear. Most of the people on here, it's like actually pretty much everybody on here I don't hate as people. It's mainly their characters. But yeah, Tamina just has a boring character. Number 9, Kalisto. Not because he blocked me on Twitter. I mean, he blocked me on Twitter because I joke about him. But because the guy has not meant anything for over a year. I mean, he had that feud with Alberto Del Rio back in 2016. He won the U.S. title. Opened up the WrestleMania pre-show with his with the match against Ryback, and his reigns as U.S. champion just weren't any good, and then that fell flat. And ever since then, he's really been doing nothing. I mean, beat Braun Strowman in a dumpster match, and then got beat the hell up. But just with Kalisto, I mean, of course, he's trying to do good lucha things. Is he a bad wrestler? No, he's a very good wrestler. He's a very good high flyer, but he's boring. He's never going to be Rey Mysterio, and they're trying to push him as the next Rey Mysterio, and it's a bad idea. He's not Rey. They're not allowing him to be himself. And the lucha thing, and his new theme song is just absolutely terrible. I mean, that's not really an indictment against him. They just picked the music. But, yeah, Kalisto, I can't think of one really good thing that he's done that's meant anything where he hasn't gotten like beat up right afterwards or he hasn't jobbed out immediately. He's a very good high flyer. He's just not interesting at all. Number 8, Alicia Fox. I'm not going to try to do that with my voice. Alicia Fox is decent to good in the ring. Let me make that clear. Alicia does not strike me as a bad person. Let me also make that clear. Alicia is one of the most boring and ridiculous characters ever. With the way she's scripted, she can't cut a damn promo at all. The Noam Dar, Cedric Alexander feud took forever. Alicia Fox is the worst part of that, when Dar and Alexander are two of the best performers WWE has. Alexander certainly deserves better, and Dar deserves better, and thank God they're both away from that storyline. But Alicia, just boring. I mean, just a boring character, and not bad at all in the ring. Actually quite good in the ring. Can execute a great Northern Light suplex with a great bridge. Can hit a very good axe kick. Can also hit some other good moves. Those are two moves that stick out in my mind that she can do really well. She's good in the ring, but just nothing. There's nothing to her character, and the crazy aspect of her character is shit. She's just not any good. Character-wise. Is she a bad person? No. But every time I see her on TV, I'm just like, oh, yay. Yay. By the way, I want to clarify, Reigns and Cena are not on here. They aren't. Much as I don't really care for either of them, they're not on here. Because, at least with them, they have delivered some pretty good performances. That's part of the reason why I have this thing going, where I have the people listed. Because I can't think of one memorable thing they've really done in the ring, or at least memorable for the right reasons, in a long time. So yeah, Alicia Fox is there, and number 7, R-Truth. R-Truth, to be able to still do what he does in the ring, the way he does it, at his age, I think he's like 45, 46, very impressive. Very impressive. He seems like a good guy outside the business. I don't know. I've never met him. I never met any wrestlers. But I'm sorry, Truth has just not meant anything at all. Truth is bad. Just every time he's on TV, I'm just like, I just don't care. I don't care one bit. I don't hate R-Truth. I want to make that clear. I do not hate R-Truth. He is not bad. He is not like bad in the ring at all. But his character has meant nothing basically since he turned back to being a babyface. When he was heel R-Truth in 2011, he was terrific. Especially that whole feud with Goldust. It went nowhere. Went absolutely nowhere, and it was just really, really ridiculous. So anyway, R-Truth at number 7. Number 6, Sin Cara, who I forget is still employed. I forget that Sin Cara is still employed by the company. He just... The character is Hunico. That's the guy under the mask. Because Mystico kept botching, but Sin Cara has just meant less and less and less as the months and the years have gone on. And while he's a good performer in the ring, I just don't care. I don't care one bit. So I'm going to move on from him. Because this is going a bit long, and I'm going to talk about the top 5 now, which is really where I start to get vicious. Jinder Mahal is number 5. Look, the worst WWE champion of all time. If you debate that, I will fight you. Because you can't defend him being champion. Oh, the fans that like to complain. The fans that like to say, people complain no matter what. If they get something old, they want something new. They're given something new, they complain. Well, here's the thing. Jinder being champion wouldn't have bothered me if he wasn't jobbing 2-3 weeks before they suddenly had him win the Battle Royal. That's the problem. Or not the Battle Royal, but that 6-pack challenge or whatever it was. And he won a shot, to face a champion. It's just, Jinder's not any good. He's not terrible in the ring. I want to make that clear. He's not terrible in the ring, but he does botch a lot. And maybe it's because he feels the pressure of being champion, but that's the thing. If they didn't think he was ready, why the hell did they give him the title? It hasn't worked really moving the needle in India from what I've heard. And I don't know how accurate some of it is, but from what I've heard, if the numbers in India haven't really improved, and yeah, they're running a tour of India, I guess, sometime soon, terrific. Maybe Jinder can get cheered there. I mean, I don't know how well the India fans are taking to him. I honestly don't. I'm sure Jinder's a nice guy. I'm sure he is, but the reason why he's number 5 is because if he wasn't WWE champion, he might have been number 10. Hell, he might not have been on the damn list at all. But it's as much on creative and as much on Vince McMahon being an idiot as to why Jinder Mahal is here. Because Jinder Mahal, he's absolute rubbish. He's just absolute rubbish. He's not any good as far as being WWE champion. Mid-card guy, fine. Because they went from here to here with the guy. And it has not worked. And it's like they're realizing that, yet they're keeping the title on him. I don't care who they have winning at this point. Have Aiden English turn face and beat him for the title. I don't care. Just have they're probably not going to have Nakamura do it. If they do, okay, then, comment on this video when it happens. But they might have Bobby Roode do it as a babyface, which I'd be all for. But Jinder, just bad. Just bad all around. And number 4, Big Cass. And look, you can accuse me of being petty all you damn well want. I don't care. The fact that he's a Trump supporter turns it off. That's a big negative. Because apparently that's part of the reason why he got a decent push is because, Vince and Trump are friends. So that's why Big Cass was getting a decent-sized push. Now, look, okay, he got the knee injury. I hope he recovers in time for WrestleMania. I don't know if he will. Hopefully he does. And can be put in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and get a Mania spot. Hopefully he can. I guess him and Carmella went to visit him after he'd gotten surgery, and that's good. That's good. They seem to be happy to hear. That's fine. But I'm sorry. I was all for Big Cass turning heel on Enzo. A few months ago when it happened. Then they blew the whole damn thing. And Big Cass, after delivering a couple pretty good promos, has just slid into nothing. And it's like the endless feud with Enzo and the Big Show that no one gave a shit about. I mean, and then he got hurt, and that's unfortunate. But just Big Cass has gone from being a potential really good big man to right back down to where he was before Enzo came back from his knee injury. It undid all that stuff in just a couple months. And, yeah, sorry, call me petty, but the fact, if he's such a big Donald Trump supporter, I mean, I guess there's no cure. I guess maybe he's so tall that the oxygen isn't getting to his brain. Maybe the atmosphere is affecting his brain. He's not being intelligent. And let me clarify, there are people that watch my show that are Donald Trump supporters. Don't take all that personally, but sorry. I don't like Big Cass for my own reasons. That's one of them, but also the fact that the guy has really shown that maybe he's not ready. Maybe he's just going to be a mid-card monster and that's it. Knee injury aside, I'm not sure they would have done much with the guy. They butchered the whole damn thing. But I just don't really care for Big Cass. I just don't. And, I soured on him quite a bit. Number 3, Joey Ryan. Look, I don't know if Joey Ryan's a mean guy. I don't know. I've heard he's nice. But the fucking dick spot. Any of you guys find that entertaining? Okay, cool. I guess weed's legal where you guys are at. Just kidding. Do I say it's killing the wrestling business? To me, it's hard to take it seriously when I see that shit. Because the dick spot's crap. It's crap. Now, he's making money off of it. He's getting some decent-sized paydays and working in some big crowds. He's worked with Cody. He's worked with Mick Foley. I'm sure he's worked with other guys. I think he's worked with guys in Japan. I'm not totally sure on after Cody and Foley who all he's worked with besides people in Lucha Underground, which he had a pretty good run in Lucha Underground and still is having one from the episodes they're showing. But that dick spot, that's why he's number 3. Because it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It's fucking stupid. You guys can... If you guys think it's funny, fine. But just no. It's not entertainment. It's not. It's not entertaining at all. It's pissing on the wrestling business. Pardon the pun. It just is. It's abysmal. It is absolutely abysmal. And it got him over fine. It got him over with some people like... Probably the same PWG type fans, and nothing against you guys. I know some of y'all, that watch my show may watch PWG, and that's great because there's been some great talent that's come in and out of that company. But Joey Ryan just, The dick spot is pretty much the reason why he's here at number 3. He could be a nice guy, but that dick spot is stupid. Absolutely stupid. I said the term dick spot so many times, it has actually lost some meaning. But seriously, it's a stupid spot. It's a horrible use of a wrestling ring. It really is. And when I saw Foley do that, I'm just like, you're out of your damn mind. But whatever, it's Foley's career. He's allowed to do what he wants, but it's just that dick spot, absolutely stupid. That's why Joey Ryan's number 3. Number 2, Enzo. Boy, Enzo has really gone onto the shit list of a lot of people lately. And some of that's outside stuff, whether the thing with the stripper is true, the story with the stripper. Whether it's true that he's got so much damn backstage heat that he's so nuclear that he may not survive much longer, that he might actually get released before or just after Mania next year. But Enzo, turning him heel is about the only thing they could do. They really should have just turned Enzo and Cass heel and just gone with the heel, with the heel motif. Heel theme, it would have actually worked a whole lot better, maybe them breaking them up, even though I was for them breaking up. In retrospect, might have been better to keep them together. But Enzo just, the 205 Live thing, people could say it drew eyes to 205 Live. Well, part of that's how WWE's been booking it. But Enzo's trash. He can't, if he can work, then he's not being allowed to show it. And if he can't work, and it's really, really bad. I mean, sorry. It's like I've seen that guy maybe execute 2-3 moves. And using the eat defeat maneuver, he does it so slowly. It's like, good God, I've seen snails that have that have moved across the road faster. And in case you guys ain't ever seen snails, they don't move very fast. And his promos are the same. It's actually gone past the point of Bray Wyatt. And by the way, I love Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt's been booked horribly, but I love Bray Wyatt. It's gone past the point of his promos, where his promos are pretty much just the same. I'm a man, I'm a god. I'm not a man, I'm a god. But they did, doing all the light thing, and then he comes out and attacks somebody and then loses the feud. But, I mean, Enzo, like, it makes no sense. It makes no damn sense. They seem to be using him as a heel as of this recording, and I'm actually recording this on the 9th of September. I just want to make that clear. And I do want to say that if Enzo does win the Cruiserweight title, they actually go with that. If they have that happen, throw the Cruiserweight title in trash. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Because I'm sorry, at that point, I mean, it's like if you're going to give it to somebody like Enzo, and you got hardworking guys like Tony Nese, Mustafa Ali, Drew Gulak would be a great heel Cruiserweight champ. Neville's done a great job carrying the championship. Tozawa had it for all of a couple days. But Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann, who's already champion, but yeah, Nese, Gulak, Ali, Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, a slew of great guys. TJP can get another shot with it. Jack Gallagher. WWE is putting the Cruiserweights in an enviable position, especially by saddling them with Enzo, and who's just rotten in the ring. Just absolutely rotten. Just goddamn ridiculous. And no, I'm not saying I can get in there and do any better. I've never said I could get in there and wrestle like these people do, like the men or like the women. I've never said I could do that. But I know a bad wrestler when I see it. And Enzo's a bad wrestler. And I would recommend trying to find the audio of Simon Gotch talking about Enzo, because it's pretty good. I don't remember what his actual name is on the indies, but it's great stuff. And Gotch seems like a pretty good guy. But yeah, Enzo just, it's reached almost a level of hatred with him, where I feel such a anger seeing him that it actually upsets me. But the ones that actually are saved for that are my number one, the Young Bucks. Hashtag fuck the Young Bucks. Let me be clear about one thing, though, after I say that. I don't wish that they're unable to earn money to support their girlfriends, wives. I think they may both be married. I believe one has kids if both don't have kids. I don't wish that they can't support their families. They should be able to provide for their families and provide a good living for their children. Their children should be able to grow up great. Their wives should be able to be happy. They should be able to be happy with their families. That's great. They are fucking atrocious in the ring. And I will fight anyone that wants to say, oh, the Young Bucks are great. They're entertainment. Oh, fuck that. Dave Meltzer loves them. I mean, and Meltzer, whatever. Meltzer loves them in part. They did do a nice tribute to Meltzer after Meltzer's dad died. And that was nice. That was nice. I'm not saying the Young Bucks are bad guys. I'm not saying anybody on this list, I mean, maybe with the exception of Enzo, is really a bad guy or are really bad people. I'm not saying that. But the Young Bucks are fucking atrocious. Super kick, super kick, super kick, super kick. Super kick, super kick, super kick. Oh wait, let me go until tomorrow before I mention maybe the number of super kicks they've thrown in just 2017. And I don't know, I might not even cover that. But they're terrible in the ring. And sorry, they're not entertaining. They're not entertaining at all. Now, are they getting great merch money? Yeah. People love their stuff. People love the Bullet Club t-shirts because they don't recognize what a great faction is, like the NWO. Because, sorry, now look, I know the Bullet Club had AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Finn Balor, various other people. And it's not that Kenny Omega hasn't knocked out some great performances against Okada and other people. But I'm sorry, the Bullet Club is not even the LWO as far as how good it is. It's not. It's not. Even with the talent that was there before, the Bullet Club was shit. Now, is it popular? Yeah, it's popular in part because people are idiots. We can all have our likes and dislikes. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of this video. Just because I say that these 10, well, technically 11, since the Young Bucks count as 2 people, even though they count as 2 people, 4 egos, and about 12 million super kicks just this year. The whole point of this is just for me to state my opinion. The Young Bucks are fucking terrible. And they are. That is what's killing the business. As far as credibility, I mean, now, are they bad athletes? I've never questioned whether they were good or bad athletes. It takes a special breed of person to get in the ring, subject your body to a lot of impact, a lot of bumps. Yeah. But I didn't like the Young Bucks when they were Generation Me in TNA, Impact Wrestling. I mean, even though I thought they should have been used a little better because they kind of just jobbed them out really quick. I have such a blinding hatred of the Young Bucks' characters and in-ring work that I have to constantly remind myself they actually aren't bad people. And they aren't bad people. They don't strike me as mean-spirited. I mean, both blocked me on Twitter. I don't really care. It's Twitter. Big deal. I didn't even know they had blocked me. I didn't even know they had separate Twitter accounts. But they're just... God, the Young Bucks are just terrible. They're just fucking terrible. People can think that they aren't killing the wrestling business. Fine. Okay, yeah, they're getting great merch money and their shirts are the hottest selling thing in Hot Topic. You do know that a lot of retail stores are like going down though, right? Like soon malls and shit like that will be a thing of the past. Yeah, great. The Young Bucks are selling great now. Bullet Club shirts are selling right now. Great. Cody Rhodes shirts are selling. That's great for Cody. He needs to stop smoking cigars because smoking is stupid. My opinion. Especially if you're an athlete. If you're an everyday regular person, you know it's bad. But if you're an athlete, you just shouldn't be doing that. But Rusev does it. That's a whole other can of worms I'm not going to get into. And I know quitting smoking's hard. Well, here's an idea. Don't start. And I've gotten in arguments with friends of mine about that, and I'm not going to get into that. But the Young Bucks, just seriously, what is it? I just don't get how people can say, they're great wrestlers. Oh, fuck you guys. Who is the best wrestler in the world if you think the Young Bucks are good wrestlers? Now, does that mean that Omega has not delivered great performances? I just said he did. Same with Okada. Okada's better than Kenny Omega because Okada hasn't participated in a bunch of stupid shit like Omega. But at least Omega has made up for a lot of stupid shit he's done. The Young Bucks still make a mockery of the wrestling business as far as I'm concerned. All these poses and the super kicks and super kicking kids at parties or whatever. It's not the business that I grew up with. And yeah, I sound old. I'm only 36, but I do sound old. I'm sorry, the Young Bucks, they can make all the money they want, great. Just stop shitting on the wrestling business. Just stop it. They are an example of video game wrestling. I hate video game wrestling. And yeah, some of the cruiserweights are guilty of that, but some of the cruiserweights actually have a bit of character and actually have passion for the business. I'm sure the Young Bucks do, but maybe they could throw a few less super kicks and actually use some goddamn wrestling moves. Besides the Meltzer driver, which is how they win matches. Just bad. Just bad all around. I don't care for the Young Bucks at all. Hashtag fuck the Young Bucks. Anyway, that's my top 10 least favorite current wrestlers. Even though it was 11, because the Young Bucks count as 2 people. And that's what I gotta say. What do you think? Agree, disagree? And I want to make it clear before I go through the ending, the closeout. Guys, this is just a rant. Again, really besides Enzo, I mean, I hate the characters more than I hate the actual people. Enzo seems like the most prickish person out of these people. By far. So I just want to make that clear. And as I said before, don't wish anybody can't earn money, but they're just, especially the top 5 and especially the top 4, they're just truly some of the worst of the worst. Whether it's characteristics outside the ring or just bad character in the ring. Anyway, do you agree, disagree, like, share, comment, subscribe? My Twitter link is in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.